Hiya guys, Mr. Mackie here, and welcome to the 5th challenge of this week. So, here we go. I buy a car for £60,000, brand new. Now, every year I drive it, it goes down in value by 5%. Okay? The first year I drive it, I drive 100 miles. The second year I drive it, I drive over 200 miles in it. The third year I drive it, I drive 400 miles. So every year I've driven it, I've driven double the number of miles than the previous year. Probably because I've got a lot more stuff to do. 100 miles in 1 year isn't much. After I've driven 30,000 miles in my car, I decide to sell it. How much do I get from selling it? Now, pause the video, see how you do, and we'll be going over it in a few seconds. So, here we go. The first thing we've got to figure out is how many years it takes for me to reach 30,000 miles. So, it starts off at 0. So after year 1, I travel 100 miles. In the second year, I travel 200, so the total number is 300 miles. In the third year, I travel 400, bringing the total to 700 miles. And then we carry on. Do you see what we're making? We have made a geometric sequence. And because it's a geometric sequence, we can find how many miles will be the next year and the year after that. And we can continue going until we reach a number that's over 30,000. So, I'm going to write 30,000 in the corner. Well, the side. Until so we know what number we need to reach. So in the fourth year, we travel 800 miles. Which means that our total will become 1,500. In the fifth year, we will travel 1,600 miles, which means that the year will be 3,100. It's increasing quite quickly. The following year will be 3,200. I'm just going to rub this bit off so there's a bit more space. So we'll work up from here. 3,200. And because it was 3,100 previously, the total number will now be 6,300. So on the 7th year, it will be 6,400 miles, which means that the total will become 12,700. The next year, it will be 12,800. So the total will become 25,500 miles. So then the 9th year, it will be 25,600 miles. Now, without even needing to add it on, we will know that in that 9th year, we will reach the 30,000 mile mark. So, we've done part 1. We know that we will reach that in year 9 of owning the car. So now that we know that, we can now use this part of our work. So, we have £60,000 and we know that this will decrease by 5% every year. So, year 0, it is £60,000. Year 1, that will go down by 5%. So, what we need to look at is compound interest. So, let's look at this. What is decreasing by 5% written as a simpler percentage? Well, if we start 100% and we go down by 5%, that is the same as 95%. So, how do we work it out? Well, we do 60,000 multiplied by 0.95, because 0.95 is the converted decimal. And then what do we put as the indice? The indice is the year that we're focusing on. So if this was the end of year 1, we replace that with a 1. If it's the end of year 2, we replace that with a 2. And so on. And because it's the 9th year that we're selling the car, our indice is a 9. So it's 60,000 multiplied by 0.95 to the power of What does that get us? It gets us 37,814.96458. Now, we can't write that because the problem is we have to do it to 2 decimal places. Why? Because it's a price. How much am I selling it for? So the correct answer you should have got was £37,814.96. And that is the answer. That's all you have to do. You have to work out what year you're going to be selling the car, and from that create a compound interest problem, and then substitute it and use your trusty little calculator to find the answer. Fantastic! And that's challenge 5 done. One more challenge to go before the final episode of my channel. Let's bring on Saturday. Have a good Friday though, guys, and take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.